Hi, welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. Okay, this is episode 3 of the gift bag journal, and I have just done a little bit off camera. I mean, literally, this is what I've done off camera. I wanted to pop on real quick. This is now film number 4 today, so I literally am done with this today. But I just wanted to show you that I put the topper on, but I didn't mark my holes. So I hope that, hang on, sorry, kid just walked in. And I was getting ready to freak out because I didn't think that my crocodile was gonna have enough reach to get to these holes. But anyway, so I glued this all down and I had not punched through here. And that's okay because, oh, you know what I should have done? I should have glued that down. It'll be all right. Anyway, so I'm going to just line up the big hole on my crocodile with this. So hopefully you can see that. You may not be able to because of the shine and it's getting dark out. Anyway, so I'm going to cut these holes out and then I'm actually going to look at my eyelets, which had not occurred to me until literally just now. See what colors we have, and if I have white, I think I'm just gonna go with white or silver, something light. Oh, I do have white, yay. Okay, so white. Okay, so I'm gonna put these white eyelets in, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I like it a lot. I went with white, which was a great choice because they're kind of obscure actually, which I'd love. And I was thinking about, this. And if I put them here, it would hold it down and it wouldn't be like a tie, but it would just be like a bow in the back, and that might be kind of cute. So, food for thought. Because if we did like a pocket, anyway, food for thought. We'll think about it. So there's that. And I was thinking about this spine, and I'm thinking, because I'm going to have to cover this. It's just too not, and this is a little bit too wide, but if we go on the spine with the orange fabric, okay, it's not going to matter. There's going to be a little bit of shadow. I don't care about that. So this, if we do this, it's going to do two things. It's going to hide the spine, but it's also going to hide where I messed up on the inside, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. And, but we can cut that down to that size. And then on the front, what's going to happen is this. So I'm going to get the fabric glued on and get the topper or this done, and I'll come back. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm having so much fun. These colors are bright and they're fun, and I'm just enjoying myself. So I've put my orange fabric on the spine, right? And this is great because that means I don't have to sew these in before I can do my cover. But this is going to be like a little chunky monkey, and it's going to be bright, it's going to be fun, and I'm really happy about it. So, all right, setting that aside, and then for the front here, I just want to maybe oh goodness, it's okay. I'm going to just go with, let's go with here, the edge of this flower, okay, and that's gonna take us pretty much to the edge, and then our turtle is gonna go on the front. So I'm gonna get that all glued down, and I'm probably gonna trim this lace a little bit, and I may even do that kind of wonky. Nah, I don't want to. He's just gonna go like that. Okay, I'm gonna get it glued. Okay, so I'm working on the cover, and you knew that already. This is what happens when I film this much in one day, so I apologize profusely, in fact. Okay, so I was wanting to do the yellow, but I didn't think just one was enough, so I have a second piece here, and I'm going to center this, of course, as best I can. And then I've got this piece of white just lace here that I want to put just to kind of, put over that seam so it doesn't, that seam isn't so glaring, you know, and then this. And so I just think that's going to be a really cute cover topper there. So I'm going to get all that glued down and then see where we are after I get it all glued down. A quick tip as I'm gluing this down, because I am working with lace, and of course I don't want big glue globs, right? So I get my glue down and then I just take my finger and I just go like this, and I just smooth it out. So I'm still gonna have that adherence, hopefully, but not like an enormous blob of glue that's going to show through all of that lace, because we don't wanna ruin our laces, right? And then just going across here, I'm just gonna do a real thin bead just right across this seam, because that's what this white trim is for, is literally just to hide this seam actually. And so I'm just going to center that over the seam, and again just gently press that down. Of course I could have used my little tool if I didn't want to get glue all over my finger, but my hands are a mess because I've been in here all day. So anyway, there's just a little tip for you as far as that's concerned. So yeah, because you don't want big glue globs. Boy, say that 3 times real fast. Big glue globs through your journals, or I'm sorry, through your lace. So just do that gently, and it will, I mean, you have to have enough glue that it leaves a layer, but then it's not like a big blob. And for the spine, I actually use my glue stick, because that is a very thin fabric, and so I just use my glue stick on the spine. I was trying not to be too concerned with it. I don't think it's going to come off. I mean, I've seen people, G. Kerr uses glue stick on her fabric. I mean, a lot of people use glue stick. I typically don't, but for this purpose you can, and to make like a fabric page in your journal you can, and then you don't have to worry about your liquid glue seeping through or whatever, because you've got a solid coat of glue. So anyway, there's that. I'm gonna let this dry. I'm actually gonna set my punch on this and let it rest, and call it good. If I do anything more tonight, I'm not going to film, but of course I will go over it with you in the morning. Like I said, I come back with my coffee and film, because I really would like to try to get this done. I just have so much going on, which, you know, if you go back to Alice 9 and Alice 10 or remember those videos, then you'll know what I'm talking about right now with how much I have going on. It just might not be in context by the time this episode is published. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and I'll be back in the morning, and it's going to be the same video. Bye. Good morning. Next morning, had my shower, I've had my coffee. It's supposed to be sunny today, which will be a blessing compared to yesterday. So I just have a square of vellum here. I don't know if it's actually vellum. It came in I mean, it's vellum. I shouldn't say that. But anyway, it came in something that was sent to me, and I just pulled the vellum out to keep it. Anyway, hang on a second. Sorry, my son spent the night at his friend's last night, and he's texting me, and I just chuckled at what he said, and I shouldn't be, because I'm filming on my phone, but I have my iPad here. Anywho, all right, so what I just want to do is tear this from corner to corner. Actually, this corner is damaged, so I don't want to have that on here, but corner to corner, I'm just going to use my tear ruler, and you don't have to. I mean, you can just use a regular ruler. But the torn vellum seems like it takes ink pretty well. So let's get it started here. Okay, I almost put that in my drawer instead of the ruler. And I'm just going to ink the edge of that a little bit. So anyway, yeah. It just kind of leaves a nice, fun little, you know, edge on there, and it'll just offset that a little bit. And then on this, I want to definitely use my art glitter glue on the edge of it and get that glued down. and then think about what I'm gonna do next. You know what? That edge is damaged too. Oh, I just bent it. It's all right. It's okay. All right, so let me get this glued down and figure out what I'm gonna do next. Okay, so we're getting pretty full. I mean, I still need to sew these in. And I have definitely got lots of pockets in here. And I'm including bits of paper in the pockets because then she can embellish this and journal on those bits as she wants to. We need something for in here. And I have to sew the signatures in. And then I had an idea for the back pocket, which I may have already talked about. I have this piece, and I definitely want to put it, oh wow, that's a little too tall still. So I'll trim that down. And we'll put, you know, maybe put some dyed paper in here for the inside, you know, maybe like a water folio at the middle and maybe just a sheet here and there, I'm not sure. And then, but I'll trim that down, put that in here, and then I'll put maybe just a little lace down the edge there just to doll it up a little bit. And so I'm gonna do that, I think, and just cut a couple more pieces to put, you know, we need something for here. And see, I've got a card tucked in there. And stop doing that. I'm singing my ands. I'm sorry. Got a piece stuck in there. We'll put another piece of paper in there. And I'm not like embellishing the tags and everything just because it's bulky as it is. And I want to leave her options for how she wants to use this. So, you know, like extra bits, I'm sticking in pockets and stuff, you know, then so that way she can totally do with this what she wants. It gives her some flexibility. You know, I've embellished it. I've got the pockets in here. I've embellished it a little bit. I'm going to just keep working on this and thinking my way through it. You know, we've got the little vellum pocket there. So we definitely need something a little bit taller in the background there. But I don't want to hide, you know, our turtles either. So I'm still thinking through. I just kind of wanted to pop on and say, you know, this is where I am. Oh, and I wanted to look through my stamps and see if I had anything that would complement this style. So I'm going to do that. So I was trying to find some stamps for this yellow paper and just to put a little bit on some of the white space because I'm not going to ink everything. And I'm digging through all my stamps and I'm like, oh, I've got this stamp for that project and this stamp for that project. But anyway, so I looked in my Planners Anonymous stuff and I found this stamp set. So hopefully you can see that. Anyway, I thought I had these leaves somewhere and these hibiscus flowers. I just love hibiscus. Anyway, so I'm just going to take a minute and just do a little bit of stamping, not a lot, maybe just a flower on the corners or one of these leaves on the corners. And then I'm going to sew this in, and when I come back, I think we're going to be like super close to done with this, but I want to get it stitched in, and I have to figure out what I'm going to use for a tie, and but we're like super close to done, so that makes me happy because then I can start focusing on the file folder folio journal, and I also have to work on some Alice. And I was thinking this morning that maybe I will just make some ephemera bits with these, try to thin them and whatever, but by the time you see this that will already be done, so I guess I don't need to tell you what I'm thinking in this video. Okay, so I'm gonna do some stamping, and when I come back it'll be stamped, it'll be stitched, I will put some more things in pockets, and then work on this piece, and maybe I'll come back to film this piece. And anyway, but we're super close, so this will most likely be, well, it will be the last video of this series. So what have I filmed on this? 3, I think, because I did two full ones yesterday and started this one last night. So yeah, so it'll be, yeah, we'll be done. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so it's done. there really wasn't anything else to really film. You know, I don't sew signatures in on camera. And so, yeah. Anyway, so I've got it sewn in. And I'll tell you that I probably will never do a gift bag journal again. At least not a shiny one. Like, I've really enjoyed working with, like, the brown lunch bags, but that material is different. This shiny bag, you know, I had done glue stick for the fabric and it did not hold. So do know that it won't work. Even on the paper itself, it didn't hold. So I peeled it up and went back with my 3-in-1 and glued it back down. So hopefully it holds. If not, I'm sure the recipient will let me know, and hopefully it'll be okay. Hopefully it will hold. I really struggle with sending anything out that I'm not proud of or that I feel like is not going to hold up. So I'm glad that it happened to me while I still have it, and so I could go over it with the 3-in-1. Anyway, so in the front here, I just have a couple pieces of cardstock that I popped in there for her. And then I did stamped her, you know, what she goes by. And I did some stamping, you know, on the edges of the pages here. Am I zoomed in too much? Hang on. I think that's better. Sorry about that. Anyway, I did just some stamping to add interest to the pages that I didn't have pockets or whatever on. So again, I just put some cut aparts in here. And I mean, it just gives her room when she's doing her journaling. It's allowing her to have pieces that she can use. And because of the size of this, it really didn't lend itself to heavy embellishment. I mean, I feel like, yeah, I probably could have done like a little piece of lace or something on here and maybe, you know, a little button or something, but I don't know. I like the simplicity of it. It's clean. I did do some charms in the middle here. I had, so this was on a strand, and then I just beaded these to have the blues together. Anyway, I'm not very good at beading, but I'm learning. I still try. I still play with it. So more stamping. Just tucked lots of things in the pockets that she can use to embellish. And then I was thinking about the size of these pages. You know, a 4x6 photo would be not, you know, conducive, but the 3x5 or like the little, what do you call those? The little HP whatever. I really want to get one of those printers, but like the sprockets or whatever, that would be so cute in here. So it just gives her a lot of options. Okay, so... and I just used twine to sew this together. But I think it came out super cute, and it's really simple. In the back here, I just included almost like a little folder with some spare pieces and parts that she can definitely use to embellish as she, you know, if and as she uses this journal. And it'll also be like a place with a little paper clip that if she's traveling or doing something, she can stick her receipts or whatever in there and have that till she gets home and can journal. And then I did a folio in there and left that, and just a little bit of white lace on the edge. And you can see the glue, the shininess of the 3-in-1. Sometimes that bothers me through lace, but it's really not a lot I can do. I threaded some of the same orange fabric through the eyelets on the back. Let's see if I can do this on film. Probably not. I tried to do it even, and I kind of like that it's kind of got the rough where the threads are coming off, but that's just me. And but anyway, I think it's kind of cute. So hopefully she'll like it. Hopefully she'll enjoy it. But that's it for the gift bag journal. And like I said, I probably will not ever do this again, especially with the shiny bag. Like, I have another bag, but it's the brown craft paper bag, and that was what I was going to use. But because she didn't want the grungy feel, I knew that if I used that bag, I was totally gonna go with you know, a very aged and antique look. So anyway, but that's it. I hope you enjoyed the series and the process, and it inspires you to try something new. This was new to me, and decide, you know, for yourself whether or not you like it. You know, maybe pick a different bag or whatever. So thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.